There are times I say to myself, why? Why do you even bother trying to explain? Sometimes in YouTube land, you're putting your life out there. You're putting everything about you out there, and it's weird. At first, I was talking to nobody, and it was just going to be left for my kids. I didn't privatize it because, quite frankly, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't have YouTube Studio till like recently. Once I had to do the monetization, you had to download the studio, and that all happened in May. So it was the first time ever that I used YouTube Studio. And I was stuck at 37 subscribers. Look back through my videos. I know there's over 300. There's a lot to look at, but I was at 37, right? Up until, I started in 2018 when I made my, and I'm almost sorry I deleted it, and Maggie said to me recently, please don't delete any of them. I want them all to be there. She wants, something left for the kids. Well, there's one, and grandchild and kids, and there's probably going to be more grandchildren eventually. I know Bonnie would like to have a couple, and Dennis has said, if he ever finds a woman, that's right for him, he'd like children. So, she wants me to leave a legacy, and that first one in 2018 was financial crisis and apple bread pudding. I just come back from the food pantry, and I wanted to talk then about, and that wasn't even the crisis I'm going through now. Well, actually, it was pretty bad. We had no income at that time, and we're living off of the money I got for the house up in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. So I felt secure. I thought I would be able to live on that for several years. That money didn't last. There was so much that needed to be done. I needed a car. Bonnie needed help in college. And I'll be darned. I'll tell you something. And I know a lot of women, maybe not a lot, but some women don't. And men, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I would give my last dollar to my children. That's my job. My job is to help the future generations to prosper. My time's limited here, okay? My time's limited. I'm not worried about dying poor, okay? Let's just be frank. I may die poor. I don't know. I'm taking some serious risks. Yes, I am. Sold my home, agreement on my car, and soon I can't wait for welfare anymore for that letter of disability. It hasn't come, and I'm going to give it, I think, till the end of July, and then I got to get my money and press on, Now, one son has the money available if I find a van. I'm looking in the $5,000 range because when I do get my money for my car, I could have some buffer for the road. The money for the trailer is going to go into an investment in hopes that that investment will rise and prices of land and homes will go down so I could find a little shack on a piece of land or just a piece of land and put there's some really nice fifth wheels out there. And if I have to age somewhere, I would like to age on a couple of acres in the country. Thank God for welfare because it will give me a caregiver as long as I don't need round-the-clock care. I would really love to live in a state that has assisted death. I do not want to hang around and prolong my children's suffering and my own. Those are just some thoughts on that, but to put down my children really offends me. When you say things, Nancy, like he'll pay your phone, but they're going to let you live in a van down by the river. Look, That was my choice. Do you understand me? This is my choice. I do not want to live with my children. I am more than welcome to. They would put me up in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? And I would do the same. Why? Because they're family and I love them. I would give my life for them, and I kid you not on that. I would give my life for any one of my children and my grandson. That's who I am. That's who I've always been. That is who I'm going to be till I am dead and gone. So, and the other thing is, and I've explained this over and over again, please people, I have a lot of videos. Thumb down through. Go see what I'm talking about. I make it very, very clear why I do not want to burden my children with my aging. This is not 1800s to 1950 when people like all lived together in house situations like the old farms, and the generations were there. There was grandma and grandpa, and sometimes great grandma and grandpa, and then the parents and the grandchildren, and everybody lived together and everybody helped each other. They had like 10, 12 kids, okay? We're not there anymore, and the farm doesn't sustain us anymore. My children have to go out there and bust their asses, excuse me, to be able to keep food on the table, rent paid, and have a little money in reserve. If my kids lived in a 5-bedroom home, a great big rambling home, yeah, I'd probably say, I'd like to take that spare bedroom. But they don't, okay? And I'm not going to live in the living room, all right? Now, even Rachel, who is in a very bad situation herself because she lives in Texas in the assisted apartment, she had low income, and she was in an apartment, and it just burst full of mold because they never fix anything in these places, okay? They're slumlords, they're getting government funding, and they're doing absolutely nothing to upgrade, fix, or repair anything. They just want the old moolah. And she is forced into living in her friend's living room. Teeny, tiny living room, okay? It isn't even as big, the living room, as my small bedroom. And she even said, I'd put you up if you got into trouble. You just come down here and we'll find space for you on the living room floor. Wow, thank you, sweetheart, but no, I'd live in a tent first. I know how. I've been living on the road with my husband for years. He and I lived on the road in vans, not always down by the river, sometimes in a flea market, sometimes in a city park, sometimes in a hotel parking lot, or wherever. We always found a place to park our vans and sleep for the night. And I washed my children in the big public Hess bathrooms. They were big, giant bathrooms, just one toilet, and man's side, women's side. I'd take them in with me, and I'd lay something on the floor, and I'd sponge bathe them down, and I'd put their fresh clothes on, and Dennis would drop me off at the park, and he would go buying and working. And we just have a whole day at the park. Picnic, cookout, playgrounds, walk around town. It was a good life. I liked it. I missed it when I became homebound. I don't like 4 walls and a roof. I want to wake up and be outside under the trees making my coffee. Yes, I do. I'm crazy. So what? Let me be. And don't you blame it on my children. I have the greatest children a woman could have ever hoped for. They'd do anything. You don't think Bonnie would take me in? Of course she would, in a heartbeat. I'd have to pay rent because it's a rooming situation, I'd have to chip in. I'd be the 5th way, and I'm not doing that to her. Oh my gosh, she works in her little room all day. No. No, I'm good. I just need a van. That's all I need. A van that's trustworthy and reliable. And when I ask you to pray for me for these things, please continue to pray. I know it's out there. I know that God has a van for me. And to those of you who are like, I thought you didn't believe in God and religion. I don't believe in religion. I didn't want to believe in God. It was something that turned me right off. It really did. I'd just get, I don't want to hear this. I'd click off of videos like this one. I'd click right off. I'd be like, up theirs. And off I went, you know. I couldn't hear it. And when, I don't know, when the creepy guy came after me, I'm like, who cares about elderly, widows, and the disabled? And it hit me. Well, the Bible always said that God cares. Maybe I ought to go back to God. And, you know, I was struggling inside anyway. It was like, I know I need to straighten out my spiritual life. I know I need to grasp a hold of that. And I only understand one way, and believe me, I've looked at everything. Every 10 years, I questioned what I believed. And I looked at Buddhism, and I looked at paganism, and I've looked at a lot of different... I'm open-minded. I was willing to look and see. I always come back to the God of the Bible. You know, some people get all upset. My daughter Rachel, he's a violent God. I don't want him. I get it, you know. I mean, the Old Testament is full of wars and problems and, you know, people being punished and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. I just see the gentle Jesus with his little sheep and his staff. You know, a lot of the old books. I got an old children's Bible around here somewhere that I'm going to sell, and it's all beautiful photography of a gentle Jesus caring for his people. And that's the God of my choice. So I'm on a spiritual journey right now, so you're going to have that reflected in my videos. If it turns you off, I understand and I feel for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it hurts you. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I don't intend that. It's on my heart and I need to talk about it now. Eventually, you know, I mean, there's going to be more videos and, you know, I'm going to be on a grand adventure, folks. I'm getting in a van and I don't know where I'm going. So come with me. Just come with me and see. What else have you got to do if you're retired and you know, hanging out, and maybe you don't have a lot of money either. Don't think I'm not scared. Of course my children would bail me out. Mike, I need $200. Is there any way you can? Of course he would, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to trust God, and I'm going to trust the kindness of those I come across in my life. There are food pantries out there. There are churches who would probably give me gas money if I was really in a jam. I don't want to ask them either. It's better to give than to receive, and I really would like to get on that giving end, and I'm really going to try. So I better get to it with my postcards and quit moaning and complaining. It's a lot of hard work. It hurts my neck and back. You know, I got to look up each and every stupid postcard. Some of them I just take a wild guess. When they're like all the same New Hampshire era, and I'm like, you know, 1950 this and that, I know they're only worth $1 or $2. I'm just going to put $1 on it. You know, and then if somebody like brings a whole stack of me at a show, and says, hey, will you take, you know, $3 for this stack? I'm going to say, yeah, sure. Because I want to sell it, okay? I want to make money. I want to pay for my spot. I'm hoping to be able to give my son, who's going to come help me, some cash for being there. He won't want to accept it, but I want him to accept it. He's going to be losing money, and I don't like the way that feels, because I know how hard it is to earn it, okay? You know, I'm spending a lot of time trying to earn money here on YouTube, and I gotta tell you, out of 3 months, I might get $100 the end of July. I might get that check finally. That was a lot of hours and time I've put into this, and I comment, and but you know, it started out like I was saying earlier, and you know, I go on a tangent. It started out as just a joke with that first video, financial crisis and apple bread pudding, and I deleted that, and I feel really bad about it. I wonder if my old phone has it. I should check and see. It might be in my archives. In that phone, I could, you know, stoke her up and have a look. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I went off on a tangent again, and I'm lost. Please don't think my children wouldn't take me in. Of course they'd take me in. And please, if you think I'm crazy, that's fine. Comment below. I loved my road life. And look, I can't afford the trailer or an apartment and a vehicle. I can't do both. It's too much. I could have a little bit of money for things you need, like clothes and shoes, toiletries. You know, you can't buy everything you want on food stamps, even if you get the whole Monty of food stamps. And the price of food. I was just at Walmart, and we won't talk about that. And I want to see that receipt. It's in my son's vehicle, and I need to know what happened. Yeah, life is getting more and more expensive. The lot rent here is $480. It's going to be $510 at least in January. I make $883. Do the math. What is that going to leave me? Not a whole heck of a lot. I still have to pay for the grass. No, I can't mow it myself. Maggie said, I'll drag this gigantic old-timey lawnmower. They had to buy one for the new place. I said, you're not doing that. You're not dragging the lawnmower over here. I can do the $15 every 2 weeks, okay? So I got the lawn, and I've got, what are the other expenses? Water and sewer. I've not had to pay for the electric in a long time. This will be the first month I have to pay, and then next month I'm going to have to pay it all. And it's going to be about $150, $160. These are tin cans, and they're hard to keep cool. And the other thing is I have no money for repairs. Sell your car and do repairs. I don't want to be a prisoner in my trailer or in an apartment. I don't want to be a prisoner. And that's how I feel today. I can't go anywhere unless I say, can you come pick me up? They are picking me up today. I'm going to do some babysitting, and then tomorrow I'm going to ask if Maggie has any time. I'm not sure she does, because I think, yeah, she might. Finn goes in for therapy Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. So tomorrow she might be able to take me to St. Petersburg. A friend of mine said, look on OfferUp. And I never thought to look on OfferUp for vehicle. And there's a guy in St. Pete, and he has vans. So I'm going to go have a look. One of them's really cheap, and boy, would it be nice if I could find something that will last me a few years. I'm not asking for miracles. Well, yeah, I'm asking for miracles. I would love to find something at $5,000 or under that won't need much each year. Let me put it that way. That's my hope, you know, so I can have a big fat buffer from the money I'm getting from the car for emergencies. I need that emergency money. I want to be independent. No matter where I live, I want to be independent. Why can't anybody seem to understand? Well, some of you do, and you encourage me, and God bless you so much. And Priscilla Fuentes, I never thought of putting tape on the phone. What an ingenious idea. I just did it, and I'm going to save my index finger. Yes, because boy, does it hurt. It aches because, you know, it's all shredded, the glass, and I didn't think about clear tape. I got packing tape all over the place. So it's like, I didn't think that would work. It does. It works. Ingenious. I wish I would have taped it before, just to protect it from what I did to it. Ugh, me and phones. or anything. And track phone, yeah, well, I don't need to pay $20 for the phone or for the month because and they won't do very well in videoing. I mean, this one's bad enough, and my kids' phones are like really nice, and they do beautiful videoing, beautiful photos. Mine aren't always that great, of course, but it's going to have to do, and I'm not sure about how a track phone would do. And since I'm not paying for my phone, I'm good. Unlimited data, unlimited minutes. I can use it for the internet, and I'm really going to need that when I'm out on the road. And yes, I'll still download my videos. I don't think they're going to be as constant as I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do 100 in 100 days, and even more than that I've been doing to try to boost me and lift me up in the YouTube. And you can help me by liking and sharing. And if you've lasted this long, subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. All right. Oh, another long one. Darn it all. Why can't I get anything finished in 10 to 15 minutes? Because I go on these tangents. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it once again today. I love you all. Be good. Be happy. Be sure of yourself, I'm not always sure of what I'm doing, but now that I've invited God back into my life, I feel rest assured that I'm all right and that I will know, and my intuition will guide me. As Florence Shinn said many years ago, Florence Scovel Shinn, prayer is us talking to God, and intuition is God talking back to you. Bye.